connection with a very stuffy nose. My apologies, hopefully you can understand me just fine. Let's get to some Nintendo news. There's a game out called Dying Light that I have not heard of. That might shock some of you. You might think I'm on top of all video game news, but it's not Nintendo, and it's not in my typical genre of action RPG or action in general. Not something I'm paying much attention to. However, this game has a Zelda Easter egg in it, so that's pretty cool. For whatever reason, the Master Sword is in it. I don't know. If you want to check that out, there's a link for you down below. Our next story is about a very strange Nintendo site that I think is new. I've never heard of it before until now. It's called play.nintendo.com, and no, that doesn't mean that you can go to the site and play like Super NES ROMs or anything cool like that. No such luck. Instead, it's just Nintendo catering to kids with not games, but I guess like Flash kind of game things sometimes. And, anyways, the point is, they've got on there Tingle's 5 tips for making friends. And it's an interesting thing to have on there, that's for sure, but I don't know. I read it and I was just like, what is this? Why is this? It has nothing to do with making friends. It's just 5 things that Tingle does. I don't understand. They did not connect point A to point B, and I am not a professional comedy writer or anything, but what I do know about the craft is that a joke works if you've got 2 things that don't seem to have anything to do with each other, and then you draw a clear line between those 2 things. And instead, in this instance, if they were going for humor, they failed because they only really focused on part A, and not really how that makes you friends, because none of these things would make you friends, so there is no joke there. It's just 5 things that Tingle does. So I don't understand what the point of this. My guess is, and I'm sorry for poo-pooing whomever wrote this. I'm sure you're not watching this video, but I'm sorry. I'm sure you're on a deadline or something, but this is just a first draft. Maybe I'm so bitter about it because I kind of maybe secretly wish I had been tasked with producing this content for Nintendo and feel like I would have done a better job at this. This would have been my first draft. I would have... Anyways, I'm probably just bitter. And then our final story for the day is about the fact that you might remember that back when the Wii U came out, there were tons of retailers who didn't seem to have any idea what a Wii U was. They would advertise it as a tablet for your Wii, or various other weird things. Now, some of them don't seem to understand amiibo. And so here's some interesting advertisements where they get some names of these characters hilariously wrong. Dr. DDD, and Metal Knight, and Metal Knight sounds like I'm sure there must be a metal band called Metal Knight. But anyways, if you want to check these out, there's a link for you down below. That's it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys.